What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on SOFI stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset even higher. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point, but basically I made a video yesterday, but because of some technical issues I couldn't post this video and I've lost all the materials. That's why I started from the scratch. And my previous video was made right here, and at this very point my main assumption was that we should unload the entire structure from this bottom, from this swing low to this swing high, and because of this we might land at the ranges of 0.3236, 0.382 and even 0.5 and golden pocket range. But instead of this we had this movement to the downside that hit the only 0.236 range. And then this asset hit the range of resistance that I marked previously, had a slight bounce, and at this very range it formed a hidden bullish divergence. And hidden bullish divergence, let me switch to, for example, 2 or 3 hours time frame. Yes, on 2 hours time frame we also have this pattern. Hidden bullish divergence is the pattern when you can see the lower lows on our side with the higher lows on the price action. And this pattern shows that we've unloaded our RSI, and as you can see it was exactly in the middle of the neutral territory, and the price action was climbing during this period, and this means it might have another leg to the upside, and this was right before the earnings report. And when the earnings report was published, definitely with the very good results of this report, we had this massive movement to the upside that brought about, let me show you, from its swing low to this swing high, about 26% of potential profit. It didn't hit the range of resistance that I marked previously, but it perfectly hit the $7 mark, the round number. And what should we expect next from the technical standpoint, I will show you in just several minutes. And for now, let's continue with their earnings report. First of all, let me quote you this. Record GAP and adjusted net revenue for fourth quarter and full year 2022. Fourth quarter, $457 million GAP net revenue, up 60% year over year. $443 million adjusted net revenue, up 58% year over year. Record fourth quarter adjusted EBITDA of $70 million, up 15.3x year over year and up 58% sequentially. Fourth quarter $40 million GAP net loss, improved 64% year over year. Quarterly new member adds on nearly 480,000. Total members up 51% year over year to over 5.2 million. Quarterly new products adds of over 695,000. Total products up 53% year over year to nearly 7.9 million. So these results are really impressive, and let me show you that on their investor presentation we can see that all of their statements, all of their charts that represents the growth visually, you can see that they have consistent growth for at least 3 years, and we cannot find any signs of slowing down in acquiring new customers or in other metrics. This means I have to say that fundamentally this asset becomes even more attractive. And let me show you right here. I want to pay your attention on this data. This shows why SOFI wasn't hit so hard by the student loan moratorium. And as you can see, in 3 months ended December 31st, 2022, we have the personal loans for almost $2.5 billion, and previously in 2021 they had only $1.6 billion in revenue. So they have a 50% increase on this basis, and on yearly basis, as you can see, they have $9.7 billion in revenue in personal loans compared to $5.3 billion on 2021. And the increase is even more impressive, 81%. And as you can see right here, the student loan share was decreased, and from $1.4 billion in 2021 it becomes $0.4 billion last quarter. And it is a decrease for 72%, and on a yearly basis it is decrease of 48%. And on top of that, the share of home loans also was lower, 84% if we compare Q4 2022 with the Q4 2021, and 68% on year-over-year basis. And let me show you. Right here you can see that they have a net loss of only $40 million compared to $111 million in Q4 of 2021. And the total losses for year 2022 was 320.4 compared to $483.9 million. And definitely these numbers show that SOFI is drastically improving its position, its fundamental position on a year-over-year basis and on quarter-over-quarter basis as well. But on the same page we can find the most the scariest part, that they have diluted existing shareholders for more than 2 times. Previously they had 526.7 million shares, and the year end of 2022 they had 900.88 million shares. And definitely because of this information you have to be cautious, but in general their growth is overtaking the dilution of existing shareholders, and this means in a long-term perspective we can rely on this asset. So let me show you that right after their earnings report we have a lot of articles that are quite bullish, and we have 2 new analytic firms that boosted the price target on SOFI. Wedbush boosted from $6 to $8, and it implies 19.4%, and Morgan Stanley also boosted from $5 to $6, but because of its recent spike, right now we have the downside potential to this price target for about 10%. And I have to say that this week will be quite volatile, because in a matter of several hours we will see the Fed interest rate decision at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on top of that we have a lot of earnings report from major companies. As you can see, today we will see the Meta earnings report. Tomorrow it will be Amazon and Alphabet. And definitely these companies also might drive the price of entire market either way. That's why we have to be very cautious, and let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, definitely we hit the $7 range of resistance and have some kind of reaction, and right now this asset is awaiting the news from the Federal Reserve and from other major companies, what will be their earnings report. And depending on this we have following levels that we should be aware of, and one of them is definitely about $6 mark, because in my opinion we have quite high indicators overall, and we have even some kind of bearish divergence, not exact bearish divergence, but if we compare only bodies of these candles, we can see that we still have higher highs on price action with the lower highs on our side. And definitely we might hit a bit higher range, but this movement to the upside will not be massive. And eventually this asset should go a bit lower in the ranges where we might accumulate even more shares of SOFI if you want to invest in this asset. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. I will do another update in a matter of just several days, and if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the